So you have two types of Java programs, standalone applications and web applets. So Java programs involves two steps: compiling source code to bytecode using the Java C compiler and executing the bytecode using the Java interpreter. So Java C compiler and Java interpreter. So you have to compile this source code to bytecode and execute the bytecode program. So applets are small Java programs developed for the internet applications, and an applet is located on a distant computer, which we will be normally calling as server in our computer terms. So there is a two term which we always called as a client and server. So this applet will be located on a distant computer called server, and it can be downloaded through the internet and executed on a local computer. We can develop applets for doing everything from simple animated graphics to complex games. So since applets are embedded in HTML document and run inside a web page, creating and running applets are more complex than creating an application. So they are a little bit complex than the application. You should understand the difference between applications and applets. So applets are complex terms. They run on a distance computer called the server, and they can be downloaded through the internet. Whereas applications are the standalone programs which is written on your own local machine, and they can be executed for the variety of application programs. So standalone programs can read and write files and perform certain operations that applets cannot do. They can run the programs that normally that applets cannot do. An applet can run only within a web browser. So they cannot run anywhere. They can run within only the web browser. Only if you have a Java embedded web browser, you can able to run the applets. So next you can start a simple Java program. This is a simple Java program. This is an example. The name of the class. Look here. Class sample1. I think somebody is trying to enter. Maya Shukla. From next class, please try to enter little bit earlier, because it will be disturbing. I should come back. I should give you admit, and then I should move on. Also check you're being muted. Right, now I'll be back to the presentation. So this is a simple Java program. Class the name of the class is sample1, and the class is public static void main, and the coding which is only a simple line system.out.println. Java is better than C++. Already you have learned C and C++. In C and C++, you will be using two different terms for displaying the output. So there you will be using scanf, printf and scanf. So printf for displaying in C. So whereas in C++ you will be using cout. Similarly in Java, this is a simple term system.out.println, and within the codes I have given Java is better than C++. And the main program which is very important is public static void main, which is very fixed line, and within bracket you have to give string arguments. The name of the class is sample1. So look into the declaration. The first line, class sample1 declares the class which is an object-oriented construct. So Java is a true object-oriented language, and therefore everything must be placed inside a class. So it is purely object-oriented, whereas C++ is not that much purely object-oriented. And class is a keyword. What they say, class, it is a keyword, and it has a new class definition follows. And sample1 is a Java identifier that specifies the name of the class. What is the name of the class? It is the user-defined name. It is sample1. And there is the opening brace and main line. So you have the opening brace and main line. Every class definition in Java begins with an opening brace and the closing brace. So every program must open with this opening brace and close with the closing brace. And the main line, the third line which is given in the program is public static void main string argument of S, string args. This is args means it is arguments. What are all the arguments which you are passing to the program? It is defines a method called main. It is similar to the main function in C and C++. In C and C++, you will be having the main function. It is more similar, but here instead of just main or void main, you have to give public static void main. And every Java application program must include the main method and begin the execution of the program, and Java applets will not use the main method. Applets, we have already started with the class that Java is divided into two major categories, applications and applets. Now the example which we have seen is only for applications, and Java applets will not use the main method. Java applets will not use main method. It is only for applications. Remember this point thoroughly. And the class contains the keywords public, static and void. Public, static, void. So public, it is as usually as you have seen in C++, it is an access specifier that declares the main method as unprotected and therefore making it accessible to all other classes. And static, it appears to the keyword static, which declares this method as one that belongs to the entire class and not part of any objects. That is, what is meaning is, what is the static is? It belongs to the entire class. The static means it belongs to the entire class and not to the part of any object. Hope you will be understanding difference between class and object. Class is common to the static means it is common to the entire class and not specifically to the any objects. So the main must always be declared as static. And void, the type modifier void states that the main method does not return any value. Void, it returns nothing. And all parameters to a method are declared inside a pair of parentheses, and string args declare a parameter named args which contains an array of objects of the class type string. I think somebody is disturbing. Please mute it. Mute yourself. Maya Shukla. Mute it, yeah. I put you on mute. Okay. Again, please don't unmute. So next line, the output line is system.out.println. Java is better than C++. So the output line, Java is better than C++ that we have displayed, that we have given in double quotes. What are all you give within double quotes? In the line system.out.println, println stands for print line. So that will be displayed as it is on the screen. Now this output will be displayed. So this is a simple Java program which we have seen. This is a simple program, class name, public static void main. And within that, we have given only one single statement. Out of these, we have seen the class declaration, opening brace, main line, and what are all the keywords, public, static, and void. And next is Java program structure. What will be the structure of Java program? Java program may contain many classes, of which only one class defines a main method. Classes contain data members and methods that operate on the data members of the class. Methods may contain data type declaration and executable statements. To write a Java program, first we have to define class and then put them together. So Java program may contain one or more sections. So this is the general structure of Java programming. So you have the documentation section, package statement, import statement, interface statement, class definition, main method. So out of these statements, look into the right side, you have some optional parts, and one is suggested part and one is essential part. Out of all these sections, you can find the main method is very, very essential. Without main method, Java program cannot be executed. As a heart is very important to each one of us, a main program is very important to every Java program. Without heart, you cannot breathe. Without main program, Java program cannot be executed. So all other parts are optional. Even if you don't have package statement, import statement, interface statement, or class definition, you can able to run a Java program. And documentation section is not optional, but it is suggested. Why do you need why it has been suggested? Because if you suggest a documentation, it will be useful for the third person who are new to your program. They can easily identify what your program is. So the essential part is main method. As we have seen in that example, we don't have package statement in that example. We don't have import. We don't have interface. We don't have any class definitions. But all these statements will be looking into the upcoming units. But the very important part for running a Java program is main method. What is documentation section? It comprises set of comment lines giving the name of the program, name of the author, and other details. So the comments explain why and what of classes and how of the algorithms. In addition to the two styles of comments discussed earlier, Java also uses a third style of command known as a tone documentation command. This form of document is used for generating documentation automatically. So every documentation can begin with /*, and if you have a lot of documentation, you can embed within /* and a lot of commands, again //. So mainly the documentation is for giving the details to the users. Next comes the package statement and the import statement, package and import. The first statement allowed in the Java file is a package statement. This allows a package name and informs the compiler that the classes defined here belongs to this package. What is a package and what are all the methods of creating packages? Everything we'll be discussing in third and fourth unit. Here you just understand what a package is. Package is a separate statement is used, especially in Java. You don't have package in neither in C nor in C++, but it is supported only in Java. What is package? Why do we use package? Purpose of package, everything we'll be learning there. But here you should know what is package. It informs the compiler that the classes defined here belong to package. Some classes are combined together and formed as a package. Example, package student. So the package statement is optional. That is, the classes do not have to be a part of package. And import statements, the next thing after a package is import. After you're combining or collecting 3 or 4 classes into a package, it is more important that you have to use. How you can use? You can use it using the import statement. So the import is the next thing after the package. Why do we use? To import the statements which is in the functions which you have written in package. It is more similar to the hash include statement in C. Example, import student.test. So this statement instructs the interpreter, this statement, which statement, this import instructs the interpreter to load the test class because the name is student.test. To load the test class contained in the package student. So student is a package and test is the class. This is class and student is package. So student package contains a class test. Package is collection of classes. You can have more than one class, more than 10 to 15 classes or any number of classes can be collected under a common name as package. So this statement can be imported. How? Import student.test. First you have to create a package. Second thing you have to import a package. An interface statement. An interface is like class but include a group of method declaration. This is also an optional section and it is used only when we wish to implement the multiple inheritance. It is also a new concept in Java. You have never learned interface in C and C++. You will also be learning importance of interface in the upcoming chapters. Then class definitions. How you can define? You can define a class by the multiple class definition. Classes are the primary and essential elements of the Java program. They can be used to map the real world problems, etc. Then main method. since every Java standalone programs require a main method as its starting point, this class is the essential part of the Java program. A simple Java program may contain only this part. So main, as we have already seen, it is the main is the starting point and it is the essential part of the Java program. Then next is tokens. What is tokens? Java is basically a collection of classes. A class is defined by a set of declaration statements and methods containing executable statements. So what are all that? You can look into the upload diagram. So look into the diagram. You have the elements of Java class. You have variable section. You have the method section. Here you have declarative statements. This is the tokens. And in the method section also, you'll be using the tokens, expressions, and statements. So what is tokens? These are all the tokens. Java program is collection of tokens, comments, and white spaces. It contains 5 types of tokens. First token is reserved keyword. Second, identifier. Third, literals. Fourth, operators. Fifth, separators. So these 5 terms combinedly called as tokens. So it is a collection. Java program is basically a collection of classes, and each collection of class contains expressions, and each individual smallest unit in a program is known as tokens. So the compiler recognizes them for building the expressions and statements. So this variable section and also the method section, both sections contains the tokens. What are all tokens? These 5 terms: keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, and separators. So as we have seen, you have these terms, 5 terms. Reserved keywords. What are all the keywords reserved, especially in Java, as you have learned in C and C++? And difference between identifiers, literals, operators, separators, everything you're going to learn. Character set. So all these character sets are used to write the Java tokens. They are unique. Users are defined by the Unicode character set. What is Unicode character set? It is a 16-bit character coding system and currently supports more than 34,000 defined unique characters derived from 24 languages from America, Europe, Middle East Africa, and Asia, including India. So most of us use the basic ASCII characters, which include letters, digits, punctuation marks used in the normal English. Keywords. What is keywords? They are the essential part of the language definition. They implement specific feature of the language. So Java language has reserved 50 words as keywords. The keywords which are used as only specially for the Java programs, and you should not use these Java keywords as your identifiers. So they have special meaning in Java. We cannot use them as names for variables, classes, methods, and so on. We cannot define it as a variable name, class name, method name, and so on. But all keywords should be written in the lowercase letters. Java is case sensitive, so one can use the words as identified by changing one or more letters to the uppercase. So however, it is bad practice and should be avoided. We should always use the Java keywords in the lowercase. This is the tabulation of Java keywords. There are, as we have said already, it is up to 50 keywords. Java language have reserved 50 words as keywords, as mentioned in this third point. So here we have listed all these keywords. Some keywords are also you have used in C or C++. Private you have used in C++. Short you have used. Switch you have used. Especially new keywords. Synchronized, package, interface, implements. These are all the new terms which are being included only in the Java. So totally all these table contains the Java. So identifiers are programmer design tokens. What is identity? We have seen character set, keywords. The next is identifiers. What are identifiers? They are programmer designed tokens. They can be classes, methods, variables, objects, packages, interfaces, anything. So they can be used to define using the following rules. You have 4 rules for defining the identifier. They can have alphabets, digits, and underscores and $sign. They must not begin with a digit. Uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. They can be of any length. Java developers have followed some naming conventions. Names of all public methods and instant variables start with the leading lowercase letters, average, sum. So they start with the lowercase letters. Naming conventions, they should start with the characters and it should be a lowercase letter. And if more than one words are used, the second and subsequent words are marked through the leading uppercase letters. Date, temperature, you have two words. So the second is been uppercase letter. So first day of month, total marks, M is been in caps. In the first day of month, day is in caps, M is in caps. So the second character should be caps. All classes and interface with the leading uppercase letters. Example, student, hello Java, vehicle, motorcycle. These are all the names of interfaces, variables and method names, anything. Variables that if you want the variable values to be constant values, then you should use all uppercase and underscores between the words. Total, F max, principal amount. Why they are in caps? Because you want these variables to be as the uppercase letters. Literals. What is literals? It is sequence of characters, digits, letters, and other characters. So you have 5 types of literals in Java: integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, string literal, and Boolean literal. Each of them has a type associated with it. So the first is operators, second is separators. Operator is a symbol that takes one or more argument and operates on them to produce a result. Separators are symbols used to indicate where a group of codes are divided and arranged. They basically define the shape and function of a code. So separators, what are all these separators? Parentheses, braces, brackets, semicolon, comma, period. So where we'll be using the parentheses? First, to enclose parentheses is for expressions, for flow control statements, braces for automatically initialized arrays, classes, methods, and local scopes. The square bracket, and it is used to declare array types. Semicolon, it is used to separate statements. Comma, it is used to separate consecutive identifiers. Period, it is used to separate package names from subpackages and classes. So all these terms, parentheses, braces, brackets, semicolon, comma, period, are called as Java separators. Next is the Java statements. The statement in Java are like sentences in natural languages. A statement is an executable combination of tokens ending with the semicolon mark. Statements are usually executed in sequence in the order in which they appear. So the control the flow of execution, special statements, and type of statements. Summary of Java statement. What are all the types of statements which can be included in Java? Empty statement, labeled statement, expression, selection, iteration, jump, synchronization statement, and the guarding statement. So what is empty statement? They are nothing and are used during program development as a placeholder. This is same as C and C++. Labeled statement, when you want to jump from a statement from a loop, you'll be using the labeled statement. Expression statements, you can be used in the most statements can be 7 types of statements. So assignment, pre-increment, pre-decrement, post-increment, post-decrement, allocation, expression, etc. Then selection, switch case, switch, if else, these are all called as the selection. Iteration, while, do, for, looping statements are called as the iteration statements. Jump statements, it is used to pass the control, continue, break, continue, return, throw. In a sequence of execution is to be jumped from one statement to the end, or from current block to a labeled statement, you can use the jump. Synchronization statement, especially for multi-threading. It is a very important concept in Java, which you will be looking into the 4th unit. What is synchronization statement? There you can learn. And guarding statements are type, it is for safe handling of code, for cause exceptions, which is used in exception handling. Try, throw, catch statements. Try, catch, and finally, or the guarding statements. So these are all the entire statements which is used in Java. Simple program for testing: public static void main, string args. The same program which we have already looked into, but here there are 3 statements. Those also system.out.println. Here, hello, welcome to the world of Java. Let us learn Java. You have 3 statements here. So if I want to execute, I have to give first Java C test Java compile. Sorry, test.java. First, this is the statement which I should give. So this is for compilation. The next statement I have to give Java test. This is for interpretation. So Java includes 2 major steps. First step compilation, second step interpretation. For compilation, to run this program, I have to give Java C space test.java. Why I am giving test? Because the class name is test. Then after compilation, the .java file will be converted to .class file. .java will be converted to .class. In the compilation, .java class will be converted to .class file. And in the second step, in the Java test, it will be interpreted and the output will be displayed. What is the output? This is the output. So this output will be displayed. Hello, welcome to the world of Java. Let us learn Java. So this is a simple program. To run this, you have to give Java C for compilation, Java for interpretation. This is the output. And when you write a source code, which is source code, this program is the source code. When you give the source code to the Java compiler, it produces the bytecode. So this is the .class file. As I said, this is the .class. Source code is .java extension. So that .java is given to the Java compiler, bytecode with .class extension. So this bytecode can be interpreted by the Windows interpreter, ABC interpreter, and also Macintosh interpreter. And the corresponding interpreter will be converted to the machine code and it can be executed on the corresponding machine. That we call it as the Java virtual machine. Java program given to the Java compiler produces the bytecode, which we call it as the virtual machine. And this bytecode is given to the Java interpreter in the second step, where it is converted to the corresponding machine code. This is the machine code. So this is what we call it as the Java virtual machine. In short, we'll be using the term JVM. So already we have learned what is JVM in the previous class. So JVM is nothing but Java virtual machine. And this is the layers for interaction with the Java program. So real machine, OS, JVM, Java object framework, compiler, interpreter, user application program. So the JVM sits in between the operating system and the API. So these are all the layers of interactions. And also you can use the command line arguments, class, command line test. Again, you have public static void main. These 2 lines are very important and essential. And here I have given integer count I0, string variable count is equal to aux.length. And hope you are aware of what is command line argument. You are passing the arguments while running the Java program. So system.out.println number of arguments is equal to count. When I run this program, what is the class name? Command line test. Whenever you run a Java program, you should first look into the name of the class. Name of the class is command line test. I am giving Java command line test. With that, I didn't stop. I am giving the arguments. First, I am giving 8 arguments: simple, object-oriented, distributed, robust, secured, portable, multi-threaded, and dynamic. So I am passing the 8 arguments. So these arguments, where they are collected, string, look into this program, count is equal to aux.length. So again, count is equal to aux.length. What is the length? It is 8. Name is equal to aux.i. Where is that name? Name is equal to aux.i. So this name, it has been assigned to the string is equal to aux.i. So it has been assigned here. 8 arguments are being passed and each argument has been assigned to a string and it has been displayed as in the system.out.println Java is, I am displaying Java is string. Then next is what it is. Look into the output here, you will be aware, you will be clear. Java is simple, Java is object oriented, Java is distributed. What are all the 8 arguments it is passed, it has been displayed. So this is how the output of Java gets executed. So how we can pass the command line arguments and how they are being displayed. So 8 arguments you're passing through the command lines, it is being displayed in the program. And how you can implement a program? It involves the series of steps. First you have to create, second you have to compile, third you have to run. Creating, compiling and running. So Java C command line test.java, Java command line. So with that, we have come to the end of this class. And again, I am refreshing what are all the contents. Simple Java program. We have looked into the structure of Java, tokens, statements, Java virtual machine. So 2 types of Java programs, standalone application, applets. They can be compiled the source code to bytecode to bytecode interpreted by the interpreter. Then we saw what is applet and what is applications. What are the differences between applications and applets? We have looked into the simple Java program. Then structure of Java, tokens. We have 5 tokens. And what is keywords, identifiers, literals, and what is statements? What are all types of statements available in Java? What is Java virtual machine? How you can compile? What is command line interface? How you can implement a Java program? Now, what I'm giving you is, now I am copying a link and I am going to post you in the chat box. I'm coming to the chat box. I am posting you a link. You can click into the link and you can answer the question and then you can come back to the meet. I have asked 5 simple questions. This is not threatening. Oh, Sneha and Arul has given voice breaking, but I didn't come to this meet environment at all. You have unmute and speak in there. Sneha, unmute ma. A room name I'm giving. Room name again I'm posting in chat box. சொல்லு ஸ்னேகா வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆச்சா? அப்பவே நீங்க சொல்லிருக்கலாம்ல, நான் இது ஹெட்போன் போட்டிருப்பேனே. நான் சாட் பாக்ஸ் வர மாட்டேன்ல, நான் பிரசன்டேஷன் வியூல இருந்திருப்பேன். சரி ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் பரவாயில்ல நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா யூ கேன் இன்ஃபார்ம். அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்லுங்க. சரி, நவ் யூ கேன் ஆன்சர் தேர். Very good. Priyadashni, Punita Mary, Logadarshini, Sharmila, they have all completed. And Premalata, Maya Shukla has started answering. Come on, very good. Jayapriya, Sneha, fine. Super. Right or wrong, nothing wrong. But the thing, once you attempt, you can identify what are all the questions available and you can be familiar with the questions and how, in what way you have to interpret Java. Super. Fine. Fantastic. And I'll be collecting the attendance. Fine. Priyadashni, Jayapriya, Muttumegala, Muttumegala, Sharmila. You all have completed the test. Is very good. I appreciate all of you. Here I'll be sure. I have posted you the question. I show what are all the questions. Once you two types of Java program, standalone applications and web applet is the right answer. If you have answered any other choices, it is wrong. An applet can run only within a web browser. Yes, it is right answer. If you have answered true, it is right answer. The essential part of Java program is package, documentation, import, and main method. The right answer is main method. Smallest individual unit in a program is known as tokens. Statements identify as none. It is nothing but tokens. All keywords are to be written in uppercase letters. True or false? It is false. All keywords should be written in lowercase letters. Only the constants will be written in uppercase letters. So with regard to the answers, few have attempted all the questions to write. Especially a good appreciation goes to Premalata, Logadarshini, Maya, Shukla, Priyadashni, and Sharmila. And others, nothing wrong. Keep on trying. What an attempt is really a appreciable thing what you have done. So thank you all for this class, attending the class, and inform your friends also that the attendance is being taken. So I'll be showing you the attendance. Who are all attended will be able to, I'll be able to give attendance only to those who have attended. Around 20 members have joined, 20 to 21, 20. There are 22 in the meeting. So leave me, there are only 21 students have joined. So attendance will be marked and taken as a regular basis from on. Okay. So thank you. Meet you in the next class. Thank you all. ஒரு நான் நிறைய